Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. How are you? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I did a live, but you can go on my post, my shorts, and catch up with me if you haven't seen me in anything except the live. I am Sparkle Smith. I'm a best-selling author. I help authors write and publish their book. And I just finished an amazing podcast. If you've never checked out any of the podcasts, you can go to where my posts are, and it's next to the live and video section, and just click on podcasts. I did a podcast with an amazing author. Her name is Kim Bryant. Actually, um, on her book, it's a different last name. It's Kim Richardson now, and it's called Hope After the Hurt. God Restores Beautifully, and she talks about her experiences and relationships from junior high up until adulthood, and how she finally established a relationship with God. And there was many disappointments in relationship, but she finally found that the foundation of any relationship, uh, intimate relationship, uh, relationship with others, is her relationship with God. And once she solidified that, there was healing that took place. But and there's so much in that podcast. It talks about, accepting yourself, identity, love, loving yourself, healing after a broken relationship, being comfortable in you, knowing when you're ready and when you're not ready. Just had so many points in there. It talks about healing after doing some things that you're not happy with doing, and forgiving yourself and accepting yourself and not being so hard on yourself, but at the same time being accountable. Go back and listen to that podcast. That's for you and anyone else that you know needs to hear that. Share it, like it. Again, I'm Sparkle Smith. And I wanted to share with you some great news too. Last year, I wrote a book sometime in July called Finish Your Book in One Day. A lot of people don't realize if they manage their time correctly, you need to put in a lot of hours in one day and really plan for that day, at least 12 to 16 hours. You can finish your book in one day. A lot of people were still kind of on the fence or overwhelmed with, the idea of trying to get the book, the draft itself, not finishing it and being published and being available like on platforms like Amazon or other publishing platforms, but finishing the draft. The draft is half the battle, because a lot of people often want to know what are the steps to this and what are the steps to that, and how do we start the steps to writing, et cetera, et cetera. But they never finish the draft. So if you don't have a draft, you can't even get it edited or get a cover design to put on it, get it copywritten to give it to people or to sell it. So the draft is where you want to, that's half the battle, because if you don't have a draft, you really don't have a book. Now, getting you over to the finish line to everything else will be um, much smoother, much easier process. But finishing your draft, a lot of people are like, I want to finish my draft. I know I need coaching, but I can't really afford the coaching per se, the one-on-one coaching, or some to pay someone to actually finish the book and get it marketing. I do all of that, but also I just created a digital course, and it's only $27. You can access it. I'm gonna figure out how to add it to YouTube, but you can actually go to my website, elroypublishing.com, and go to the upcoming events page, or go to the book publishing and coaching page, and you can add it to your cart, and the digital product will be immediately sent to you. And then in addition to that, I will send you some additional bonus products. Some of the steps that go into your book after it's complete. You will also get upcoming courses and events to help you cross the finish line getting your book published as well. But I think setting people in motion, giving them some type of hope, um, especially if they don't have a lot of money, if they you know don't have the money but they want to get started, and they have the potential, they have the drive, the motivation to at least be disciplined, to structure at least one I won't even say an hour a day, maybe 30 minutes a day, to write one page a day. Because if you write one page a day, that's for 35 days. Because I said less than 36 days. You can write your book in 35 days. One page a day, 35 days. Um, Now, day one and day 35. Day one, you need to write your introduction, which is a minimum of 2 paragraphs. So it's really 1.5 page minimum on the first day. And then the last day, if you choose to write a conclusion, that'll be a couple paragraphs. But the conclusions to your discrepancy. Introduction is a must, at least 2 paragraphs of what the book is about, what the reader should expect, and who this book is for. Um, but one page a day only takes 30 minutes or less. You stick to that for 35 days, you have a 7 chapter book with an introduction and a conclusion if you choose. Then we go on to the next level. But sticking to that, and it has step by step encouragements. Each chapter, it has a how to use the guide. You don't want to miss that guide. I'd encourage you to get your copy now and to share with other people. God bless each and every one of you. There are so many people waiting on your book, waiting to see what you have to say. Also, I have another upcoming podcast, which it will automatically be uploaded once the podcast is over. The second podcast is going to be next week. Stay tuned. Sometime, I'd say Central Time. I don't know, maybe 12:30. Look for it. That one is going to be with author Nicole um, Ellis McGregor, and hers is about holistic health and your whole person and being comfortable with who you are, setting goals, finding encouragement when there's discouragement, going through processes. Um, she will be my guest next week, or week after next. I'm sorry, because next week is Mother's Day. She'll be my guest week after next. But while you're waiting on that podcast, please listen to that one and all the other podcasts about book writing on this page. And something else I was going to share with you. Yes, please. You need to write a book. Um, you need to make that step and select that digital course. And as a result, once you purchase the course, other products that you may be interested in, you'll get some special offers on some of them. Um, so yes, someone needs the information you have. You never know how it will change their life. It may stop someone from doing something destructive or help them do something successful. It'll give them hope, wisdom, answers they've been looking for. You have no idea what your experience can do. And sometimes we get complicated. You know, this guide takes the guesswork and the complication about a book, especially the perfectionist people. They feel like, oh, I got to be perfect. It got to be done this way. It's got to be done X, Y, Z, Z, Y, X, right? And they really don't ever finish or start. They start a little and they're like, okay, I don't want to fail, so I'm not going to do it. Well, that one day by day guide, um, you're going to write, whatever your genre is. If it's an autobiography, it's just your life, and you just have to recall your life events, right? If it's something that you're knowledgeable in, like you went to school in, it's in your profession, just speak from your experience from day one or a specific area of concentration. If it's, some type of fiction or Christian fiction, I don't really dangle with fiction per se, more so Christian fiction or fiction that's, kind of PG 13, um, or I'd say PG because nowadays PG 13 is totally different than what it used to be. But use your imagination. That is based on experiences plus, a buildup of your imagination. Um, and if you need something to get inspired, do your writing at home, a quiet place, or coffee shop, or somewhere out in nature. Somewhere that's going to inspire you if you need that type of inspiration. But if you can just get the ball rolling and start typing, get to that guide and start typing. Um, if you need like one-on-one consulting, I've offered a discount to the hourly one-on-one consulting. Like if you needed guidance once you get the book. It used to be like $125. I think it's much less. It's way like less than that, 50%. But it's on my site, elroypublishing.com. You need this guide. I look forward to talking to you soon. God bless each and every one of you. Let's get that book. I'd love to get your book and read it. And if you're an author and you'd like to be a special guest on the podcast, please reach out to me through this page. If you have Apple Podcast, if you have Spotify, if you have Amazon Music, any of those podcasts, iHeartRadio, the podcast can be accessed there. It's called The Self-Published Woman Unleashed. And once you listen to this video, if you go to my actual page where you go to the live and the video section, there's a section also labeled podcast. You can access it there. But if you so happen to have Spotify and you so happen to have Apple Podcasts, or you have, and you don't even have to, you can like go in on those platforms as a guest. I think Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Those are some major ones, especially if you have, I think, Amazon Prime, or if you just have a basic Amazon account. I think you can access it that way as well. Well, God bless each and every one of you. I pray your day is well. I pray your spring is doing well and you're springing forward into greatness. And I would talk to you real soon. Take care. Bye.